more isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
On the block.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. The drive by LeBron. It's stolen by West. Goes back up. And there's the play by Anderson inside.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
LeBron against Martin. They need this. And that one comes up a bit short.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Dishes it to Anderson. Kicks it to Diaw. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. They get it again. James against Anderson. Again, James missing.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
Fires from deep, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. And the ageless one, Tim Duncan, just a remarkable career. His teammate, Tony.
It's unbelievable. I got space.
It's both unbelievable and amazing. You'd have to agree talking about Tim Duncan and how he continues to stay near the top of his game.
You know, Kevin, they say nobody has ever defeated Father Time. But you know what? There have been a couple of bigs that you'd have to say are the exceptions. Kareem being one, and then obviously now what Tim Duncan has been able to do over the course of his career. Just unbelievable.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. The timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. Aldridge out there with Duncan, and it's Green in at the 3 slot.
Well, I tell you what, it was a really strong year for the Cavs. 53 wins for them, good for the 6th best mark in team history. A lot of those wins also came against the West, making it even more impressive. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Spurs leading by 8. Cavs were very strong against the West. 18-12 record for them overall, second only to the Hawks in the East.
And they really turned it on against the West from mid-January on. How about going 14-1 in the West in their last 15 matchups, and that included a 10-game win streak against the West.
Cleveland's gone 3-7 tonight from three-point territory. The shot's good from Smith.
A wide-open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Well, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence, Clark, his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who should actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
Ginobili the pass to Green. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Green's got the lead up to 8 now for the Spurs. Green against Irving. The shot misses. Nice D from Aldridge.
And for Smith and his confidence, last year even he said he's on pace to be one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. So obviously not lacking in belief in his ability.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Green. Leonard draws the double. Back to Ginobili. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Shot clock at 5. And here's Leonard from 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
I'm not sure if I can agree with J.R. Smith's assessment that he'll be one of the greatest shooters of all time, but He's pretty deep into his career at this point. Maybe he's hoping for a Kyle Korver type of career after 30 years of age.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Now here's Parker. Not a lot of room. They get it back. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Irving kicks to Dellavedova. The tray. Smith with the basket on the assist from Dellavedova. 8 points for Smith.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Ginobili kicks to Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
At the elbow, it's Thompson. And it's sent back by Aldridge. They retain possession. Irving dishes to Dellavedova. Lets it go from deep. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And that one's good. Parker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist. And guys, Manu Ginobili's relationship with Greg Popovich has been really interesting over the years. In the beginning, Pop obviously had a rigid system. Ginobili played with a lot more freestyle and freewheeling nature. The two clashed heavily early on, as one might expect.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. James checked in for Smith. And it's Iman Shumpert in for Matthew Dellavedova. Leonard against Shumpert. This one for 3. The shot is off. Getting back to Ginobili and Popovich, everyone thought Popovich would break Ginobili of his reckless ways, but in fact, this, it was the opposite.
Pop recognized he had something special in Ginobili, and it ended up changing his own philosophy, which I think speaks to the greatness of Greg Popovich. He was quoted as saying, he does things, Ginobili, that win games. It taught me to watch a little bit more and not be so micromanagement-like, and not sure Pop's ever said that about anybody else.
San Antonio shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. Free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Spurs leading by 4. And Mills kicks to Martin. He dishes it to Mills. Diaw with a wide open look. Hits the three-point bomb. Diaw's got his first 3 points of the game.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Now, here is Irving. 14 points for him. West with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off West. Still Cavaliers ball. Three seconds left. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Irving.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Mills. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. 6 to shoot. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Three-pointer, Martin, and again, it's San Antonio with a 3. No one near James as he lets it go. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And that does it for the first half of play.
Well, David.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Their largest deficit of the period. And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the...
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. He's got 16 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, and they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game, instead of being the 6th, they would have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
And that one's good. 19 points for Kyrie Irving.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, I think that may be their ticket out of the hole. Look for even more of those quick hitters.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Out to the wing. Love with a wide open look. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Love's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in the league. And really, he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Smith for 3. Smith missing again. San Antonio leading. Here's Leonard. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
The shot's good from Love.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Duncan can't hit.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
James, no good. San Antonio's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they're bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
And those mid-season trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot. Gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
Shumpert is checked in for Irving. Dellavedova kicks to Love. Shumpert in the corner. And another miss by Cleveland.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just...
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Love right side. Pass to Smith. Lets it go from deep. That's in there. Love with the assist. Smith's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Here's Dellavedova. 1:53 left here in the third quarter. There's the double team with Ginobili for three. Love. Again, Love missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Parker left side. Drills the three-pointer. Now it's a 5-point Spurs lead.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Season, Clark, the Spurs kept on winning as usual. They passed the Lakers, in fact, for the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the Lakers had last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And with the Spurs and their winning percentage, it's right above 60. Not bad for a team that joined the NBA back in 1977.
For the Cavaliers, LeBron's checked in for Shumpert, and Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. The Cavaliers trail by 5.
A lot of the Spurs' success, guys, with their winning percentage has come since the 90s. The way they are put together, who knows how high they can push that franchise winning percentage. I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
The kick out to Anderson. Tries a 3. Shot is off. Smith with the defensive effort. The Cavaliers have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Here's LeBron. 54 seconds left to play in the third. Passes to Smith. Back to James. West against Love. Irving kicks to LeBron. James with another miss.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
The Cavaliers trailing. The pass to Thompson. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And that one's good. Wow.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And Mills kicks to Martin. And Thompson sends it back. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it. The fast break chance. The dish to Love for the lead. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists tonight.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot. And
all right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Cavaliers leading on the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Duncan out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in at the point guard.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
Parker drives in. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Aldridge, the pass to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Count that one.
Well, what a smart pass that time by Aldridge.
Well, Cleveland shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Here's James. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
The drive by Green. Here's Duncan. Banked in off the glass. Duncan's got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending him to the free throw lines than to have him get that good a look.
Mozgov dishes to Shumpert. James against Green. Launches a three. James with another miss.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
James against Green. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
You know, sometimes the intensity of the game can lead to brain-neutral plays like that, guys.
Here's Dellavedova, covered by Parker. From deep. And another miss by Cleveland.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Aldridge kicks to Green. That doesn't go either for Green.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking.
Look at that.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that. But I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Aldridge, the pass to Parker. Mozgov with the block. They get it back, and stolen by LeBron. By himself, the coast-to-coast dunk.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a glimmer?
I'm going to let it slide.
Parker dishes to Aldridge. The feed now to Leonard. Clock at 6. Back to Aldridge. Outside Leonard. They grab their own miss. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Mozgov.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. And Smith subbed in for Iman Shumpert. LeBron kicks to Love. And it's sent back by Aldridge. But he stays with it. Pass to James. Cleveland gets it back. Leonard with the steal. Parker against Smith. Here's Aldridge. And Thompson sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. James, the pass to Love. For the three. Another miss by Love.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
San Antonio trailing here. Green kicks to Aldridge. He feeds it to Parker. Back to Aldridge. Dishes it to Leonard to take the lead. No good off the back of the rim. The Cavaliers shooting around 41% on the night. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Smith. LeBron's got the lead up to 4 now for Cleveland. San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 4. There's 1:40 left in the game. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. They've been getting torched with all these shots from long range, and he simply said, we can't lose track of their shooters, guys. We're over-helping inside, and it's leaving them wide open. Can they make the adjustment, guys?
Thank you, Doris. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in the game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
I tell you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while. First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Thompson left side. Love outside. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Leonard dishes to Duncan. Tries again. No good. Excellent defense there from Smith. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Irving passes to Love. Here's the 3. Knocked loose. There's Green with the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Irving with a clean look. That falls. Great assist by Love. And the Cavaliers lead by 6. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Leonard kicks to Green. Fires the 3. Again, the miss by Green.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Out to the right wing. And here's Mills for 3. Love grabs the board. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line for 2.
And so both free throws are good. And it's an 8-point game. San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 8. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
You know, you like the fight all the way to the end, but let's face it, guys, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really think you shouldn't be allowed to call timeouts late in the ball game if there's no chance for it to do any good on the scoreboard.
Irving for 3. Can't get it to go. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
You know, at this stage,
Thank you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
He came through with some big buckets down the stretch, Shaq. 4 3-pointers all together for him, that's big. And the key for him offensively, he took great shots.
Kyrie, I mean, you know, this dude is a composed, mature leader. Along with all that mental strength, he's got such an incredible feel for the game. He runs the floor, he passes beautifully, and he can shoot from lights out from anywhere on the court.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game.